Hello my dear friends, I hope everyone is fine. Now let's come to our new lesson, styling HTML with CSS. CSS, we introduce CSS, what is and how we work with them with CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. CSS describes how HTML elements are to be displayed on screen, paper, or in other media. CSS saves a lot of work. It can control the layout of multiple web pages all at once. The CSS can be added to HTML elements in three ways. Let's come to learn how and what are the three elements: inline CSS, internal CSS, and external CSS. Let's come to the first, inline and internal CSS. Inline by using the style attribute. Inline by using the style attribute. We already studied about the style attribute. This is a inline CSS. Okay, color red. Okay, close. Now save. I have already this file saved, that's why I want to open it here. So this is Code Insider, is the video tutorial channel about CSS. This is inline CSS. The most common way to add CSS is to keep the styles in separate CSS file. Okay. However, here we will use inline and internal styling because this is easier to demonstrate and easier for you to try it yourself. You can learn much more about CSS in our CSS chapter. So now, for now, inline CSS and internal CSS, there's only one difference. You use style as an attribute after the body element, like here, and in internal CSS you use the style as an element in the head section. Okay, we have used here the style attribute. If we want to increase the size, font size 30. No, it cannot be increased because of this is one heading. So we can change background. We can give border 2px, solid green. Okay, save and open your document, refresh this one. Now the border has been added. Further we study about let's come to the internal CSS. We can add anywhere in the head section our style element. Sorry. If I want to color my paragraph, this paragraph and this both, so I give that first letter of the paragraph as a key. Okay, then this sign, always remember, use this sign and close. After this thing and close here style section. Now you have to write what do you want in your paragraph. I want to change color blue, okay, or brown, anything else you want, brown, this sign. And again if you want add if we like to add border, we use border 1 px solid purple. Fine. Now we try to save. Control S and open. I have opened my file and refresh this. You can see here both are the change, brown borders and little purple color. There is, maybe you do not see the difference. We change the color of purple into black. Control save. Now I think it's fine. We have if I want to change the size of my paragraph, then I use this, the font size 32 px. Control save. Now you can see here the paragraph has been changed. If you want to give the space in between borders, then you can padding is element is like an attribute. You can change the you can give the space between border and text. Okay. 20 px. Oh no, I have lost my file. Okay, I have again my file. Padding and 20 px and save. If all things I want to give in this section, then I will use border. Okay, I want padding 10 px. Click save and refresh this page. You can see the space between border and text. If you want to give a space between border to border or border from another text, like from here to here, you can use feature of margin word. Okay. 10 px. This is an example. Further you can do as you like. What do you want for yourself, for your better choice? This one is internal CSS I am doing in the head section, and this one is inline CSS. Okay, fine. Now I hope you understand. Okay, fine. Now you have reduced the space between border to border. If you want to increase the space, you can increase the size. Control save, open, refresh. Now look at the size has been increased. If you want to change the color of this section, how it is possible? The color of two paragraphs must be different. Then you have one thing, give ID attribute ID P10, anything, any number as you like. Okay, fine. Now here P2 is ID, p2 is id, give the same sign, and again close your the sign and write your code. If I copy this code and paste here, nothing is wrong. I change all the settings below at 2 20 10 10. Okay, control save, and I have opened my file and refresh this. You can see here the color of the paragraph has been changed. You can change your color of any paragraph by using the id attribute. Okay, by using the id attribute I have changed. So if I want to add, now let's come to the, I hope you understand everything about inline CSS and internal CSS. And inline CSS is used to apply a unique style to a single HTML, and inline CSS uses the style attributes of an HTML element. Okay, now let's come to the external CSS. An external style sheet is used to define the style for many HTML pages. With an external style sheet, you can change the look of an entire website by changing one file. To use an external style sheet and a link to it in the head, okay, section of the HTML. Okay, an external style sheet can be written in any text editor. The file must not contain any HTML code and must be saved with a CSS extension. Let's come to use okay, now I have set again in changed all the settings of first. I have removed inline CSS and internal CSS coding, and this is the same file, this one is same file, and refresh. Now everything has been removed without content. Okay, now let's come to the external. Now first we have to create a new file of .css, new file, and we save this file as style.css. Please remember, give the extension of CSS and save your file. Okay, your file has been saved, and if you want to change, now we are in our HTML document. You remember, don't write HTML code in the CSS section. Now we have to write, now first we link in the head section our CSS file. Anywhere you can link in the head section, link, okay, rel is equals as the attribute style sheet. Okay, this is linking. Harry, you have already learned how to link. Now here style.css. Now finally we have linked our document. Okay, sorry, I have given here this thing. Okay, now fine. If I want to change the color of my heading, now let's come to here. No, I want to first change the background color. Body section, okay, background color, yellow. I tomato. Okay, tomato. And only tomato. Save. Okay, I have saved my file. Now here, this is the file, and I'm going to refresh this. Okay, the color is not changed. Why? Okay guys, now I hope the mistake will be resolved. I will miss my linking correctly. Control save this file and refresh this one. Now the color has been changed of my CSS file, and if I want to change the heading 1, this bracket. Okay, if I paste, no, I don't have pasting. Now I will try to write all the video is going to be long, but I really try to learn you what I know. I hope you will understand everything is doing here. And change text color. Okay, color. Which color? Red. No. Yellow color. Border. Okay, fine. I hope you understand. Now let's come to the paragraph. P, same thing, same sign, space, and same thing with the paragraph. But if I want to change my second paragraph, I use the as a ID attribute. Okay, P12, anything else as you like to it. Control save and give here ID P12. Same as it. Control C, paste here, change color, green, add text size, font size 35 px. Okay, now I save my CSS external file, and let's come to and refresh your page. You can see here heading color, first paragraph is normal and second one is bigger, as I change the size of text, and the borders are also available. So I hope you understand how to use inline CSS and how to use internal CSS and external CSS. Please remember, give the first word of any section you want to change, like heading, body, paragraph and keyword. This ID you can use in any other sections of your work. If you have any question, ask us. We will always try to answer you. Thank you so much.